right. Well, we're pleased to have this session with some of our newest members to Division I. And we've asked them to think about how AERA's Division I is a home to them and to early career scholars, and also to think about what the future of Division I is as a home for them and for other early career scholars. Who'd like to start?
Hi, I am Hoang. I'm at the LSU Health Sciences Center. I'm a faculty member in the Department of Physical Therapy. I had joined Division I as a third-year graduate student in the PhD program in curriculum instruction. While I've already had a home in my professional organization in physical therapy, I was looking for a place to go home for my educational research agenda and interests. And I was very fortunate to find colleagues, graduate students, peers, and also scholars who have really supported my role. I have a new role now. I'm no longer a graduate student, but I serve as Division I's member liaison to the Graduate Student Committee. And so that has been a really exceptional experience for me, just gaining experiences of working with the division and also finding a new home that's been very supportive of my growth and development. And I look forward to more opportunities as I learn from our graduate students, my colleagues, my peers, and the scholars that we have in this really amazing division.
Thank you, and we're so lucky to have you as one of our graduate student reps. Thank you.
Well, and beyond at this point.
Yeah, even once you no longer are a grad student. Who'd like to go next?
Sure, I guess I will go next. So I am Nicole Trexler. I am the senior graduate student rep for the Division I, and I work with her actually hand in hand. And it was an amazing, and it's been such an amazing pleasure to work with her. So I joined the Division I actually also on my third year of my PhD program. And then during that time, I got a fellowship to do research for the life sciences education, but more in the commercial realm. So it's kind of like more on the training element of it. So it was wonderful to find our division as my home. So kind of like moving on to my new role as the associate director for the data science and the research at Wharton. And so kind of like moving into a new kind of like the field to do new research. So this division is also fitting in perfectly in terms of my research agenda and also my future plan. So I am very looking forward to keep working and keep learning from all of you guys.
Thank you, Nicole. And we've really benefited from your role as senior grad student rep as well. Thank you. Christina, did you, or is it Celia?
Go ahead, Celia, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm happy to go next. So my name is Celia O'Brien. I'm at the Feinberg School of Medicine at Northwestern University. And I believe I found Division I during my postdoc years when I was a postdoc. And my degree is a PhD in higher education. And as I started joining, and I was working in medical education at the time, and as I started to attend the sessions of Division I, which I sort of happened on accident, because I was previously part of Division J, I realized it was a very nice community, a little smaller than other divisions. And I felt I learned, as I look back, I learned a lot of my presentation skills. As a first generation student, I learned, or first generation graduate, I learned a lot about what it means to be, I think, in a community of scholars, and how to serve as a reviewer, how to be a reviewer, and how to actually be reviewed. So putting my work forth before I had ever been published anywhere, putting it forth and learning what it means to have peers look at that and give you feedback and how to move forward. Really, I think Division I was one of the major places I learned that. And so I'm very, very grateful for it. And as I look, looking to the future, it's interesting. I really think that we continue to grow, and we're experimenting with technology, and I'm really hoping that in the, early career scholars continue to come on board Division I and teach us more about how to engage in this technology and how we can still connect even from far away.
I'll build on what Celia said in terms of, I kind of came into Division I also kind of by chance. I met another graduate student who was in engineering education, as Pat alluded to earlier. And she was like, hey, if you're interested, we're in this lab together, this research lab at Texas, you should come to the AERA meeting and join me in presenting in Division I. And so my first education presentation in the professions was about you teach engineering, and we were teaching secondary school teachers how to do backward design in the classroom. And it was really quite cool. And I remember the first presentation, no idea what I said, but thereafter I engaged with so many people in the health professions that I was like, okay, I'm done with engineering now. I'm going to go over to health professions. And that's really kind of where I've spent the rest of the time. So I was also a graduate student rep. And I think that it's the only place as a non-K through 12 educational psychologist that I find a fit, because I've always worked in like professional and adult and continuing education. And it's like, this was it, this was the group that was doing scholarship and research in these areas. And it was just like, that was it. I fit there. And I really don't think I hardly go anywhere else except to our group presentations for the most part. It's been tremendous for me, from job opportunities, networking, meeting people, learning. I mean, you won't find anything like that I could say that would be like, it's definitely been a career changing thing for me.
A lot of themes of serendipity, but I feel like it's serendipity both for you and for us as members of the division that you all found the division. And I'm really glad to hear that it does provide the community for our members that we hope it does. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Bridget.